isolates one hand, comes under the armpit with his elbow. He just goes full suplex, throws him to the floor. Great move. The diving Superman axe reverse hack. I've never seen it before and I may never see it again. I'm glad I shared it with you. As a general rule, the world's worst knife versus the world's best fighter, I'd probably take the knife every time. Hi Internet, welcome back to Gameology Experts React. I'm RJ Clifford, retired mixed martial arts fighter, current mixed martial arts commentator, and also have a Sirius XM radio show. As we're doing the Call of Duty takedowns, normally they're shooting people, stabbing people. This time we're taking them down. Let's get started. All right, here's our hero doing a sneak attack. Now he goes behind the ear, which is a great place to hit somebody because it ruins their equilibrium, right? If I hit you to the chin, I hit you to the face, I can knock you clean out. But if I hit you behind the ear, you get all befuddled. So that's a perfect place to hit somebody when you're going to continue the attack. And then he goes arm drag, which is a great wrestling move to get behind somebody. He goes under the armpit, pulls the guy around, gets behind him, and then goes Steven Seagal 1980s neck break. Great execution. So this time our hero completely ruins the element of surprise by dragging the guy 6 inches just to jump in front of him to break his neck. So maybe he was bored, but end result's the same. So this time our hero catches our guy doing like a selfie. He's just kind of lounging, which seems to be the perfect time to attack somebody. And then he goes dislocation of the shoulder. So he puts his head on his neck, grabs the wrist, dislocates the shoulder, but then he kind of just leaves him there. Like the guy's still combat effective, even though he won't be able to tie his shoes for a few weeks. He can use his other hand to draw a pistol or something. So gotta pay attention to that. I want to make something abundantly clear. There is never a bad time to strike somebody in the groin. It is always a great move. Punch, kick, knee, bite, whatever it takes. Your opponent is going down every time you do a groin strike. You have to be a sociopathic chiropractor to break someone's neck just by kind of grabbing their head and twisting. Like, you have to be the strongest guy ever. So this one's unique in that he's using the body weight of his target to get the broken neck. So he's putting his head on his shoulder and then driving everything down. So the rest of the body is going down while the head stays stationary. That's bad news for your spine. So this is my favorite throw in the entire game. Our hero isolates one hand, comes under the armpit with his elbow, and now basically he's put his entire body underneath his target. So he can use that to do a throw. You can do that to get like a spin behind and get behind the opponent. Instead, he just goes full suplex, throws him to the floor. Great move. So same throw, except this time he uses a headbutt to stun his opponent, and then he goes kind of fireman carry. Instead of just using all of just like pure power and suplex to get his opponent over his shoulder, he comes under his, like into the crotch with his other arm. So now he's getting under his opponent, getting his upper body to come over his shoulder, and then helping the whole process by coming in between his groin and doing what's called a fireman's carry with that hold. He basically mixed 3 moves into 1. So now he's doing even more. So he goes that same throw, elbow under the armpit, fireman carry, but then he does what's called a gift wrap, where he takes his opponent's arm, wraps it around his own head, and then grabs this wrist with one hand. And he has a free fist. So instead of using 2 hands to control his opponent, he has 1 free hand to punch, elbow, poke his eyes, pick his nose, whatever he wants to do. Beautiful. Stun, Japanese arm spin, and then curb stomp. Curb stomp's the fastest, best way to end somebody. Not mixed martial arts because it's illegal in the UFC, but if you're in a battlefield, go and do it. Just drag him and bag him. Why waste time doing throws? So the foot stomp is illegal in the UFC and in North America. Like, there's no state athletic commission that'll allow it because it's so brutal. But in other jurisdictions, specifically in Japan, it's very legal. You can foot stomp, soccer kick, knee to the head of a grounded opponent. I feel it's a superior rule set. I'm also kind of a sociopath and I like the violence, but it's also way more entertaining and way more effective combat. Stab right to the armpit, stab and stab again. As a general rule, the world's worst knife versus the world's best fighter, I'd probably take the knife every time. Stab, turn him around, shoot in the chest. I always found this technique kind of strange because, like, the point of using the knife is it's a silent attack. You're going silent attack, and then you're like, screw it. I want to shoot the guy in the chest. Let me make it loud. So you're either getting the best of both worlds or the worst of both worlds. Stab to the gut, rolls over, headshot. So I really want to know what this guy's shooting at. Ducks, geese, whatever it was it's going to cost him. Now this is great. So I like how they used this throw when his opponent is standing upright. So normally when you're facing off with somebody, the weight is on the balls of their feet. Their weight are on their toes because they're going to go forward. When their weight is on their heels, that means it's easier to throw them backward. So because his target was shooting up, his weight was on his heel, so he's kind of leaning back. You don't want to push the guy forward because his weight's going backwards. So you always want to do your throw in the direction your opponent's weight is. So because he's leaning back on his heels, you threw him over the back. Dog attack. Oh, this is great. So when you're a dog attacking, right, you have one of two ways to bring someone down. If you're a dog and you're a big one and you want to just knock them over like an NFL linebacker, then you just go full momentum, right? You need a big dog, he needs to have a full head of steam, and needs to hit you high. The other way a dog can take down somebody is if they're a little smaller or if they don't have a good head of steam, they can jump up, grab, and swing and use like centrifugal force. I want to know who this dog trainer is. I can't get my dog to take a dump in the right part of the yard, and she just has to do one of these and it takes out a bad guy. So this is a great takedown. It's called a scissor technique. So you can do it from multiple positions. You can do it in a clinch, you can do it facing your opponent, you can also do it from behind. But basically you're just putting one leg in front of their leg, one leg behind, and you literally just scissor your legs, making them fall down. If you scissor top to bottom, you have them roll forward. If you go bottom to top, you can have them go back. In this case, she went top to bottom, knocked them down. If they're down face first on the ground and you're above them, 99% of the time you're gonna win that exchange. Yeah, if I'm gonna be in a knife fight, I wanna be on top of them and mount. That's definitely where I wanna be. Stab to the neck, turn them around, and get your knife back. You don't wanna leave your knife, you're gonna need it again. Stab, 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 and throw them to the floor. I like the double stab, you know what I mean? I wanna make sure I get your spleen, I get your kidneys, maybe some ribs. There's a lot of great organs in there that need stabbing. Oh, now we're going axe attacks. So with the axe, you can get some leverage. The thing with an axe is because you hack as opposed to stab, you've got some momentum. So if I hack a guy, let's say, and I get the meat of his back, I can use that to pull him backward. As long as you get deep enough where you're kind of like using it as a grip, you can use it to pull back. I like how he kicked his leg to kind of let him know, hey, I'm gonna chop off your calf now, be ready. Stab, 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 and pull him down. I like how he just lets him down gently. So the jumping double stab can give you some more power, right? So let's say your opponent's got, armor, Kevlar, something on that's, maybe it's gonna be tough to stab through. If you can jump and get gravity and momentum on your side, you can get a lot more force. That's even more power, right? If you isolate one knife instead of the two, because you've doubled your power, right? What's better than one knife? Two knives. Same thing. Jump, stab, move on to the next guy. This has to be the most lazy opposing army ever. They're just lounging like they're on the beach. It's like a Tyra Banks shoot. Yeah, the stab to the throat, that's guaranteed to kill. Hack to the head, and he didn't even need a follow-up shot. He just hacked his head. Now, cutting to the back of the neck, that's just super painful. You go across here, right? You're getting the trachea, the arteries, right? Do the back, it's a lot of muscle and spine. If you go deep enough, you're still gonna kill them either way, but it's kind of just like a really torturous way to kill somebody. Very morbid fun fact. If you're ever doing one of those like terrorist kill videos, cut them back to front because it hurts more. If you go front to back, they're just gonna die really fast. I don't know if you guys wanna use that. That's pretty morbid. Tomahawk the head, kick him around. Normally in this position, if I want to spin the guy around and not strike to damage, but strike to move, I would use a front kick. Instead, he used just like a snapping kick with his shin. I would go front kick, which is foot and pushing forward. You get a lot more power that way. You don't do as much damage, but you get more power and you can push your opponent where you want them.
Stand up.
So this time he kicks the hosting arm out to flatten him out and then just goes straight down. Bam. Did she go Achilles heel armpit? That's pretty crazy. Like you go Achilles heel because if you cut someone's Achilles heel, they can't walk anymore. And then you go armpit, which is like a slow kill. Like you're just gonna kind of bleed out and be in a lot of pain there. So this chick's out to torture some fools. Same technique, boxes the ear, ruins the equilibrium, goes arm drag, hold one wrist and go armpit, spin them around, and once you have their back, you have a lot of options. You can pick them up, throw them to the floor, you can go leg locks, you can drag them backward. In this case, she goes Steven Seagal, neck break. Armpit stab, head, and to the neck. Again, a similar over-the-shoulder throw. When a guy's standing upright and you've got something to grab, you just kind of grab the back of their neck, come under the crotch, throw them over. Punch the head, blocks the punch, arm drag. Okay, so this guy's fun. He strikes from behind to kind of befuddle his opponent and then does this kind of penetration step shot. Normally when you drop your levels and shoot forward, it's because I'm shooting a double leg or a single leg or some sort of takedown. Instead, this guy apparently wanted to just see the look in the eyes of the person he's gonna shoot because he used that just to get in front of him, shoot him in the face. Stab, drag him down, shoot to the face. So that's what's called a soccer kick in mixed martial arts. Again, you can't kick someone in the head when they're downed in North American mixed martial arts, but in Japan or other jurisdictions, they love it.
We pulled ahead. Later, asshole.
Well, Farmer John here is using his axe for a couple things, right? Gets to the body, right? Gets right into the kidney area on his side. You can also get the liver, right? Your liver's on your right side, and it's a very vulnerable shot for a body shot. So he attacks that first. And then he uses the axe to attack the leg and pull him closer.
Later, asshole.
Oh, this is awesome. The diving Superman axe reverse hack. I've never seen it before, and I may never see it again. I'm glad I shared it with you.
Taking the lead. You gave it your best.
I love the just dismissive pushing the face away. Like, you're not worth my time to Steven Seagal your spine. I'm just gonna let you lay down. Go to sleep. Shh, shh, quiet, shh, shh, shh. I like the bear costume as your camouflage, because you're like, oh, is that a bad guy? Oh, no, it's just a giant grizzly bear. I can turn my back to him. I'll be fine. Beautiful. Uses the cattle prod as kind of just a good old-fashioned behind-the-back double leg. Boom. Straight down. So now he's using his baton as a takedown weapon, right? So if I'm double-legging somebody from behind or from the front, as tight as I'm holding him, if he starts moving around, I'm gonna extend my arms or I'm gonna move my arms around, right? There's gonna be some flex there. If I have a firm object to grip onto, there's way less flexion. So I can just grab it and just use that as just like a stick and just pull him out from under him. I don't have to worry about having my arms and like biceps like flex. I can just boop, flip him over. So with Cali sticks, you don't normally use it as a stabbing weapon because it's just blunt. There's no like knife at the end. But if you get him right in the trachea, hit the hand, bam. Now in this case, he used it as a fulcrum. Blunt force trauma, and then gets the baton behind the neck, and now you've got a fulcrum to start messing things up. Now he's pulling against a baton, and he doesn't have any more flexion. You can use it to destroy joints, break wrists, shoulders, wreak havoc in general. Sledgehammer Attacks. This is a rough one. Like, I don't know where I stand on Sledgehammer Attacks because they're super intimidating, super damaging, right? Like, your helmet's not gonna protect you. You're still gonna concuss the guy. Your armor's not gonna protect you. You're still gonna cave his chest in. The problem is they're so heavy that you get like 4 or 5 swings and you're completely gassed. I know most video games don't take cardio into consideration, but as a guy who gassed out all the time in fighting, that's what I'm thinking of. A lot of blunt force trauma, not very efficient. But God damn, it's cool.
Detected.
Bam! Normally when you're sledgehammering somebody, you want to go down, right? You want to get momentum going. It's a swinging motion and you want gravity to help you. If you want to do the uppercut and send the guy flying for style points, you got to go the other way. So you really got to get that thing rolling to get enough momentum to defy gravity and hit your target and send them flying. He calls the dog over and he attacks him. I like the girl who can just do this and get the dog attacked because you're not giving it away, but again, if I can just blow a whistle and have my dog kill somebody, I need that trainer. I like how he's laughing as he's biting his neck off. What a sick hyena. All right, it was a lot of fun to dust off the singlet and wrestling shoes to do some takedowns. That's my bread and butter, right? I got that cauliflower ear while wrestling. Love to talk wrestling. And that's all these takedowns are, just good old-fashioned American wrestling. Absolutely love the throws where he gets the elbow behind the armpit and launches them. All right, that's enough takedowns for one day. For more experts react, make sure you check out Gameology on Facebook and YouTube. If you're not sick of me yet, you can follow me on all the social medias. I'm at RJ Clifford MMA. Till next time, later. God damn it, what's it called? Gift wrap. If you double your surface area with 2 knives, you've cut your power in half. You do 1 knife, you've doubled it up. Science. Math, physics, one of them.